I've added a few things to it. So welcome everybody to today's presentation on the 10K sprint, getting on track with the rNetwork compensation model, Power3, and how we can really take advantage of the way this is set up, so we can get into profit very quickly, not just into profit very quickly, but get into some real potential earnings as quickly as possible, right? So what does it mean to get on track? Well, as it says here, we want to, because we can make so much more than we spend every single month. One of our company mantras is we want to make more money than we spend. That's very powerful. It's actually something. It's one of the core values of the company. We want to make sure that we can get into profit quickly, because it's not fun to be paying for product every single month and having to spend more than you're making, right? In my experience, in several other type, network marketing type companies and other online ventures that I've done, it's expensive to get started in a lot of them, and then to actually get to a point where you're making more than you're spending, where you at a break-even point, it can take months, if not years, to do it. Based on your expertise and your talent, for a majority of people, I know, just based on my own experience, it can take a long time before you're actually making more than you're spending. So one of the great assets that we have with the rNetwork compensation model is that we have a way to get into profit very quickly. Okay, you got to do your part for sure, but it's not as difficult as in other areas. Okay. Second thing is, it's a no-brainer, right? We're getting paid when other people are just saving money. We're not having to worry about trying to pitch a specific product or service or anything. We have lots to choose from, and people can come and pick from all kinds of different things because of the nature of our program, right? Thousands of people are already doing it, and they're saving money, and it's awesome. And then, of course, last one, we deserve it. Okay. I think that's the number one problem that people have when it comes to trying to do a side gig or a plan B, or just having a home-based business. They sometimes feel like they don't deserve it, right? Or maybe oh yeah, it's okay to make a few $100 extra or whatever, but to actually make $10,000 a month, it's sometimes it blows people's minds. It's something that they can't really fathom, right? It just seems too impossible. It's like, how could I be worthy to earn that much money? But you know what? We don't have to think that way. We don't have to feel like it's a bad thing to earn that much money. Unfortunately, we see that, right, in Hollywood, right, in movies and TV shows and other things. It just always seems like they paint a picture of the rich people are the bad guys, right? It just seems that way. It's like, there's just this mentality out there of oh yeah, the rich and the famous, they're just they're not down to earth. They don't get it. They're evil even. Right? I mean, they're the ones that are corrupting the world or whatever. And it doesn't have to be that way. There are actually some very wealthy people who are so good. They're so kind-hearted. They are so charitable. Right? They want to go out and make the world a better place. They want to go out and help people. They want to go out and provide basic services and things for people in the world. So just remember that money is just a tool, right? It really comes down to who are you? What's in your heart? What's your real dream, and what's your why? Are you going to make $10,000 a month and then just go splurge it and and go get in trouble and just waste your time? Or are you going to take that money and say, wow, I can actually do some good. I can actually go volunteer. I can actually go, sponsor, somebody help pay for their college class or whatever, right? It's all about you. If you're a good person, then making extra money is just going to make you more of a good person. But if you're selfish, if you're egotistical, you're a bad person, guess what? Yeah, having more money is just going to make you worse. Okay, so that's the consideration. If you think that you are, you know, a good, kind person, guess what? Making money is going to bless your life because you're going to be able to go and take that blessing to the people of the world. So you deserve it. You're good, and let's go and make an extra $10,000 a month or more. It's going to be awesome. Okay. Now these, of course, are very, like I said, best case scenarios, and they're not guaranteed. So just know that if it takes a little bit longer, right? If it instead of um, just taking 7 weeks, if it took 7 months or 7 years, it's still a possibility and potential that's worth going for. Okay. All right. So let's start out by really understanding just the basics, the very basics of our comp plan. Here we go. Number one, you're going to join, and you're going to join either as a fan or as a charter member. Okay. You have a choice. And those are the two choices. You're going to be a fan where you're just going to come in and participate with the products and services, and get great deals, great products at great prices, and all that stuff. It's 100% free and awesome. Okay, hey, yeah, let's go shopping in our mall. Let's go save some money on our cell phone service. Go save some money buying a car. Let's go save some money on all kinds of things. Okay, so that is the first option. Or if you are interested in having an extra income, if you're interested in making extra money, if you're interested in having a backup plan or whatever you want to call it, okay, then you're going to want to be what we call a charter member. Now, there's extra benefits to that, right? Just like people are willing to go to a Costco or to an Amazon and pay a membership to be able to participate there, there's a reason for that, for the added value. Like I go to Costco and I pay my membership. Why? Because I want to have that extra value, right? The quality and the convenience and so many other things. I pay my Amazon Prime membership. Why? Because I want free shipping. Because I want the videos. Because I want the extra value that it brings. Okay, same thing here. As a charter member, you're going to get same thing as the fans, product, services, savings, all that stuff, and on top of that, this is the most important thing, is you will now have the opportunity to build a team of other charter members and fans and earn commissions on all the qualified product sales from your team. Okay, so as they participate in the marketplace, then you can earn as they save. Okay, simple. Both allow you to participate, obviously, but only charter members are able to earn commissions on their personal network. All right. So if you decide that you want to actually earn commissions, earn extra income, as little or as much as you want, then you're going to be a charter member. And that means now you're going to build a team. So step two is using the Power3 compensation plan to go and build out your team. Now, the first thing that you need to consider is what we call the fan club. Okay, so that is the customers. That is the free customers that you're going to be bringing into the network, into the participation marketplace. You talk to them, find out what their needs are and what their desires are. If they say, I'm doing okay, I don't need any extra money, great. How about you be a fan and you just come in and save money on all kinds of cool stuff. And then they say, okay, great, sounds good. They come in, they're now your fan, and they're not assigned a position in what we call our team building structure. They're just assigned a position directly with you, okay, into the system. So that's the fan club. Then we have what we call our personal enrollment network, the PEN, and then we have something called the TBS, which is a synergistic team building structure, right? So we'll look at each of those here in a second. But the fan club is unlimited. You can have as many fans as you want. Okay. But one thing is important: fans cannot enroll other fans. Right? Only charter members can enroll other fans. All right. So next step thing is we'll look at is our PEN, our personally enrolled network, right? So this is the structure where you can just see who you personally enrolled, and very shortly here we're going to be able to see who they personally enrolled and so on, so that you can get their contact information, right? You can reach out to them. You can say, hey, Tom, Anna, George, whoever it is you brought in, right? Hey, you got their phone number, you got their email, you can contact them, you can reach out to them, see what help they need, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so the pen, that's really what it is. It's your personal structure, and allows you to contact those that are on your team and contact those that are on their team, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's really important. And then the other thing that the pen does is it determines your qualification for the TBS. Okay, because what's going to happen is after you start to enroll people, those people are going to be placed into the team building structure, which is a 3x10 structure, 3 teams or legs, and 10 tiers, right? And so as people start to fill in, it's going to go left to right. So 1, 2, 3, left to right, and then it's going to drop down tier number 2, back right to left. Okay. And then, of course, that fills in not just from what you do, but from what people on your first tier do, right? So if person number 1 decides to enroll somebody, well, obviously that person's going to fill in, over on the left part of tier 2. And so between everybody, right, your efforts and their efforts, it will fill up. Okay, so this TBS is forced. In other words, you can only have 3 on your first row. You can only have 9 on your second, 27 on your third, and so forth, all the way down 10 tiers for a total of 88,572 people or positions. Okay, and so it's really neat to see, and that's why we call it a synergistic model, because we're all helping each other, right? As you enroll a 4th or a 5th or a 6th person, well, guess what? Yeah, that means that you're helping, right? Because the persons 1, 2, and 3, they are going to be grateful to you. Why? Because you placed people underneath them, and that helps them to build, right? It creates growth, and so they're excited. And so it's actually very neat because it's synergistic. Everybody's helping each other out, as we continue to grow the network, and you don't have to do it on your own, right? That's the important thing. This is what we call leverage, okay? Where you can actually, all you need to do is maybe find 10 people personally, but between the efforts of everybody, you're now going to be able to get into the thousands, tens of thousands of people on your team. So that's really cool. Okay, so the very first thing you want to do, of course, is find your first 3 business partners. Okay, don't just go out and sign up, your grandma or or one of your kids or whatever, right? You don't want to do that. I wouldn't do that. Don't place your family in your first 3 positions. That's not wise. It's just not. Okay. The experts, the people that know, they will always find their actual business partners, people that are going to go and build and work, right? That's who you want on your first 3 levels there, or first 3 positions, because people make the mistake of thinking, oh, well, I'm going to put in my mom and my grandma and my spouse or whatever, because they think they're going to double up, right? They think they're going to, that's going to build underneath them, and they want to be able to earn double. Well, problem is that it makes more work for you, because when you do that, say, oh, I'm going to put my mom in there. Well, guess what? Now your mom, unless she's like a networker and she's going to go build it, that's fine. But most moms aren't going to do that, right? And so, like if I were to put my mother in there, she doesn't have a clue how to do any of this stuff, and so she knows how to shop, right? I put her in as a fan for sure. Have her go shopping every day, but to go and recruit people, she's not going to do it. And so that doesn't make any sense. right? Because then I just have to go and find 3 people for her, right? It just doubles my work. And so the smart thing to do is actually place individuals that are workers, right? People that get it, people that would actually go and probably find 3 people themselves. That's who you want to put in there. Okay. And then after you kind of get it going, then okay, yeah, maybe, I'll sign up my one of my kids, or my uncle or whatever, right? And see if they'll go and do anything. But don't start with people that are not going to do anything. That's not good. Okay, so you want to find 3 people, and what's going to happen is that, of course, you're now going to get your Power3 $50 monthly bonus, which is huge, okay, because now you're in profit, right? Now you don't have to worry about where your subscription is going to come from, and it's an awesome thing, right? And I personally would pay the subscription every single month. We're talking $50 a month. That's $600 a year. That's it. $600 a year to be in business for myself and be able to get all the benefits, the tax write-offs and everything else that come with that, right? Plus all the perks and and the savings and everything. I mean, yeah, it's worth it just for that, right? And even if I didn't have the opportunity to earn the extra $50 a month, I'd still do it because it's an amazing opportunity. It allows me to earn, when people are saving as I build out my team. Right. So if it took me, 6 months to get into profit, then it'd still be worth it, because most businesses take longer than that. However, with our network, of course, they're taking care of us, and they're saying, hey, you know what? If you just get 3 people, you're good to go. You're going to earn your $50. So now you have enough to cover your next month's subscription. Great. That's awesome. But not only that, if you do it quickly, if you do it in your first 7 days of enrollment, then you're not only going to get just the $50, you're going to get an extra $75 one-time bonus. So you're now absolutely in profit. You've made your money back, your initial enrollment, and on top of that, you have enough money to pay for your next month. So you are cash flow positive right from first week. It's awesome. Okay. You don't see that anywhere else in the industry. You just don't. This is amazing. Okay. So now you're in profit. Now you got your 3. Now it's started to go. Now you're starting to make money. Okay. And of course, the other thing it does is it unlocks all 10 tiers of your compensation plan as long as you stay Power3. And so you just keep earning, right? You keep earning as people participate. Now you're going to earn $2 minimum from every single active charter member in your TBS. Okay. So that's the minimum. So that's pretty powerful. And it makes it so simple, because now that's it. That's the the limit. You just found your 3, you're in profit, and you've unlocked the whole thing. Like, what? I don't have to reach a certain rank. I don't have to go get millions of dollars in volume going through my team and everything. No, just get your 3, and you've unlocked the whole thing. That's it. Simple. You're in profit, and you've unlocked the whole thing. What? Yeah. Holy cow. Okay. Amazing. So next step, let's understand now how we earn commissions. Okay. So our network is unique from any other program out there that you've ever seen, because unlike traditional multi-level marketing opportunities, our network, you never have to sell anything, right? We just simply share the opportunity to save using our products and services. And when someone purchases, you get paid, right? Very simple. And it's just like this. So let's assume that somebody went and purchased something in the Global Mall. Okay, so in the Global Mall, they buy something that pays out $1. So $1 in commissions. So that dollar then gets divided by 10. Okay, because we have a 3 by 10 structure, so it pays out 10 tiers, right? And it just basically, $1 divided by 10 is 10 cents. All right, so our network pays out the first 10 active tier qualified charter members 10 cents in this example. Okay, now what does it mean to be active? Well, it means that you're paying your subscription. Okay, you have to have your monthly subscription every month. Okay, great. And then of course you got to be tier qualified. So what is tier qualified? Well, tier qualified means that there's really only three options here. Okay, number one is that you've enrolled one person, and so now you can earn off of your first tier, which is the 1, 2, and 3, right? On that first tier. Now, if you enroll two people, now you can earn off of two tiers, right? So 3 plus 9, okay? So you can earn off of 12 people. And then Power 3. Power 3 qualified means that you personally enrolled 3 charter members, and now you're earning commissions from all 10 tiers. All 10, just like that. Boom, right? Simple, okay? Not complicated. So be active, make sure you're paying your own membership, and unlock your tiers by being Power 3 qualified. Simple. Get your 3. Now you're in profit. Now you've unlocked the whole thing. Okay. Let's look at how it pays out now, though. So here's where we what we call the compression. Okay. This is something it's sometimes hard to understand how the dynamic compression works, but it's what allows you to actually earn deeper down into your organization, not just be limited to the 10 levels, right? There's a difference between a level and a tier. Okay, levels, if you were limited to just your 10 levels, yeah, it would not be as good, because typically what happens in this kind of situation is it goes deep, right? Instead of going wide, instead of going, to fill out perfectly 3, if everybody went and got their 3, then it wouldn't be a problem. It'd be amazing. Actually, it'd be just really cool. But not everybody does, right? Not everybody goes and gets their 3 right away. It takes some time. And so what typically ends up happening is you get one who invites another one, who invites another one, who invites another one, and it just goes deep, right? So it goes all the way down and into 20, 30 levels deep before it starts to go wide, right, and fill in. And so, but because it does that, you think, oh, I got all these people on my team. They're clear down below the 10th level. So am I still going to earn from those individuals? And the answer is potentially yes, right? Why? Because of the compression that happens, right? Because you do have to be qualified, and you have to be active, and you do have to be tier qualified. And so what this does is it allows to kind of drive a little bit deeper, and you can actually earn from more people. So here's the example. So let's say somebody, you started to build it out and it started to go boom, 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 all the way down 10 whole tiers, right? 10 whole levels below you. And let's say the person on that 10th level down there, they went and they bought a product in the mall that gave out that $1 commission. Okay, so what's going to happen is when they calculate the commissions, right? The system's going to calculate the commissions, and it's going to say, okay, let's look at the person right above that person that just made the purchase. Okay, and it's going to ask 2 questions. It's going to say, hey, first of all, are you an active charter member, right? In other words, are you paying your subscription? Okay, yes, great. Now, second question, are you at least tier 1 qualified? Have you enrolled at least one person? And in this case, you can see that, yeah, they actually are a P3. In other words, they've paid, or they've brought in 3 people. So perfect. That's great. That means that they're good to go. So they're going to get their 10 cents, right? Because dividing that dollar by 10. So they got their 10 cents paid out. All right. What about the next person right above that? Okay, in the structure. Well, guess what? They're also active, yes, and they've also enrolled at least 2, right? Are they at least tier 2 qualified? Yes, of course. Oh, good. Okay, we're going to pay them 10 cents. Then it's going to go right above them. Are they active? Yes. Are they Power 3, right? They have to be Power 3. They have to have 3 to be able to get paid that many levels down, right? So are they Power 3? Yes, they are. Great. They're going to get 10 cents as well. Then it's going to go to tier 6, and it's going to say, are you active? Yes. Are you Power 3 qualified? No. They've only enrolled 2. They're a T2. Okay. So they're not going to get their 10 cents because that is, it skips them, right? Because they didn't qualify. They didn't meet the requirements. Okay. So it's going to jump over them. It's going to the next person, and it's going to ask the same question. Are they active? In this case, no. Are they Power 3? Yeah, they're Power 3. They have their 3 people, but they forgot to pay this month. So guess what? They're going to get skipped, right? And then it's going to go to the next one. Is this term member active? Yes. Are they Power 3? Yes. Great, 10 cents. Next one, active? Yes. Power 3? Yes. Great, 10 cents. And so on, all the way up to you, right? And you can see, yep, I'm, we are active and we're qualified, so we're going to get our 10 cents. But you can notice that because we skipped 2 people, guess what? There's still 20 cents left, right? We only paid out 80 cents so far. So what does that mean? That means that because of the dynamic compression, 2 more people above you are going to get paid, right? So whoever sponsored you, or wherever you fell, yeah, that's 2 more people getting paid. So even though this, it's the 10th tier down, it could potentially pay up more tiers, right? It could go, to 12 tiers or 13, depending on who's qualified or not. It can skip people. And so that allows you and me, all of us, to actually earn farther down in our organization based on if people are Power 3 or not. Okay? So that's super important to understand, okay? That, the compression. So when you see in your back office that you have a certain amount of people in your 10 tiers, that'll just give you a basic idea, right? That'll say, okay, yeah, I know for sure I'm going to be making this much. Multiply, I can say, yeah, I've got 200 people in my first 10 levels, so I know for sure that I'm going to be making in that case $400, right? Because 2 times the 200 minimum, okay, on the membership, what I'm going to be making, plus on top of that, whatever else they're purchasing in the mall and all those things. So you can calculate that, but you can also know you're probably going to make more, right? Because you got a bunch of people underneath that 10th tier, okay, and not all of them are going to be Power 3 qualified. So some of them might be 0 qualified, right? Some might just be 1 or 2, and so what it's going to do is that money is going to flow upwards, okay? And you will be able to get paid on more individuals that are underneath that 10th tier because a lot of them are going to get skipped because they haven't qualified yet, right? So that's the, hopefully that helps to kind of clarify that and make it simpler to understand. Now, also, while we're here on this graphic, I'm going to kind of use the mouse here and show. So some of the questions, one of the other questions I get a lot is, people will say, well, Jeremy, we've got, all these people coming in from other countries and, we got all this growth happening. And so how come I'm not seeing any spillover, right? Well, so you have to remember that every single person has their own 3x10 structure. Okay. So in this case, for example, right here's you. And so you have, your 3 teams and they'll go out, wide all the way down to 10 levels. But you got to remember this person, right? Person number 2, he's got his own team building structure inside of yours. Okay. So these are his 3 right here. So these 3 that are on your 3rd level, they're actually his 1st level, right? And so what will happen is maybe, let's say you're right here. Let's say you're number 8 right here, okay? And so what that means is that, if the person, if me, this is me up here, right? If I'm enrolling people and stuff, then yes, potentially, as I enroll people, they'll fill in and it could potentially fall under you, under number 8, okay? But if, let's say, over here, this person, number 12, right? Person number 12 brings in somebody, let's say from Japan, okay? And then person number 12 over here starts to go crazy with filling in people from Japan. Well, guess what? All those people from Japan, they will never fall under you, number 8, because it's a totally different TBS over here, okay? Totally separate from you. They're sidelined to you, Okay. And so now if I was the one that started to enroll a whole bunch of people from Japan, then yeah, it could potentially fall under you, right? Or if person number two started to enroll a whole bunch of people from, Norway or something, right? Then yeah, okay, potentially could fall under you. But if it's this guy over here, number 12, that started to bring in, thousands of people or whatever, that's all going to happen over here completely separate from you. Okay, so just hopefully that helps you understand that each person has their own team building structure. And so the only thing that affects you is those that are directly above you, right? So if number two does anything, if this guy doesn't anything, or if there's more people in there, that could potentially help as they build to create some spillover for you. But if it's this guy over here, number seven, somebody that's sidelined to you, okay, it's never gonna help you, right? Even number three over here, if he starts to build out, it's gonna build his team building structure. It's never gonna hit yours at all. Okay, so that hopefully helps to clarify that issue. You hear about the growth, you hear about tens of thousands of people coming in, from India or from wherever, but if it's happening over here sideline to you on another team, then yeah, that's not going to benefit you at all. You are dependent on you and your own team's efforts, and maybe a little bit from those directly above you. That's it. Okay. Hopefully that graphic will give you a better idea. All right. So now let's talk about the stacking commissions. Okay, so stacking commissions, this is very powerful because, as we mentioned, you're going to make $2 minimum because you have $20 from the $50 that get paid out. You're going to get $20 of that is going to get divided by 10, so you're going to make $2 from all of those. Okay, so that's where this comes into play. So now you have all these people in your team, and you're making that minimum of $2 per person. But on top of that, there's other things that are going on, right? For example, let's take a closer look at just Anna. Okay, so Anna, she's so here's you. There's a person below you, and then that person below you brought in Anna, right down on your second tier. So Anna, if we're looking at her, now you look and you say, okay, so yeah, you're making your $2 for your subscription because $20 out of the 50 gets paid out. And so that's $2 on 10 levels. But then Anna also is going to be participating in the marketplace, right? She's going to do more stuff. So she's going to maybe get cell phone service, right? Maybe she got 4 lines at her home, and so that's now going to be an extra $1 every month. Maybe she's going to buy a car. $40 commission gets paid out, so that's $4 paid up. Maybe she bought something at the mall that paid out $1, so it's 10 cents. Maybe she bought something else at the mall that was worth $3 in commission, so that paid out 30 cents, right? So Anna, she's actually worth $7.40, not just the $2. Okay, and on top of that, Anna goes and invites some fans. She gets some fans that are, just free customers that want to come in and participate with some of the different things. So maybe one of those fans gets, the our mobile service, and maybe one of those fans buys a car. Maybe one of those fans buys a product in the mall for $1. Maybe another fan buys a product in the mall that pays $3.50. Maybe another person buys something in the mall that pays $1.50, right? And so all those divided by 10 now pays out a total of $4.60. So you add those together, and now you've got 12. Okay, so this one position of Anna is now actually worth $12, not just 2, right? And all of these could be different, right? This guy, he might be worth $5 with his fans. This guy might be worth $8 with his fans, right? All of them are going to be different. So maybe this guy down here, maybe he did nothing. He hasn't signed up any fans, and he hasn't done anything but paid his membership. So he's just worth 2, right? But we're going to hope that most people are going to be bringing in fans. They're going to be participating and shopping themselves and stuff. And so you can probably guesstimate that most of these positions are going to be worth, on average, right, much more, maybe $5, $6. Who knows, right? We don't know. Could be, if Anna's is 12, right? And yeah, could be that. Could be $5, $6, $7, or $10 on average. That's what we're going for, right? And like it says here, as more products come in to our participation marketplace and more people choose to purchase these products, then more revenue is going to be able to be shared, right? We're going to get that number up. We're going to build it from just 2, to get it to 5 to 7 to 10 to 12 to 20, right? Whatever, as people participate. Because here's the cool thing: our network founders said, we envision a time when everything our members choose to spend their money on can be done through the network, right? You imagine things like insurance, things like what else we buy? Home security, right? We know that one's coming. What about pest control? What about, and just all the different things that people have to purchase every single month? What if we could do all of that network? And so it all starts to stack, right? So that number goes up because every position is doing it, and they all have tons of fans because of the value. It's amazing, amazing. So it's very simple. 3 teams to build, 10 tiers to unlock, enroll 3 charter members, earn the rank of Power 3, help your team members, build your fan club, and watch your income explode. Now, let's see how this builds out, right? So you can visualize it a little bit better. So you're building in your with your 3, you got your 3 people, they're placed. Now it opens up tier 2. Of course, now that fills in. These individuals are obviously going to start enrolling people themselves, right? So that's what those people are. Then, of course, you're not going to stop. You're going to keep going. So you're going to put in a 4th and a 5th and a 6th person, just like that, right? And then, of course, you're going to put in a 7th and an 8th. You're going to keep building. You want to get to 10. Okay, 10 people, so you can be a Power 10 individual and earn stock in the company and all that. Okay, now it's going to keep going, right? This is the leveraging part. This is where duplication happens. This is where this individual, he went and found his own 3. Okay, this person went and found his 2. And then, of course, you are going to go and put in a 9th person, a 10th person, so on. And then it just, between everybody working together, it's going to fill in. Now you have a whole 27 people on that 3rd tier there. Okay, and then it's just going to keep building out all the way down to where you have now 88,572 people in your organization. Okay, so super powerful. The fact that you can leverage. Okay, and like I said, just remember, if this person down here, number 8, right? He's got his own matrix. Okay, he's got his own team building structure. Right, that is all totally separate from person number 6 over here. Okay, so it's kind of easier to see visually, I think, when you're trying to explain it. But just remember that with the dynamic compression, okay. So for example, if number 2, let's say number 2 has, so let's say you have 10,000 people on your team, right? And then number two has 8,000 people on your team, or on his team, right? Well, that means that you only have 1,000 over here and maybe 1,000 over here, right? Because the majority of everybody on your team is on this one leg, okay? So the idea, of course, is you want to balance it out, right? You want to balance it out, because if it all goes down here and you've got 10,000 people clear down, on your 30th level, then you're going to be cut off at that point. Probably you're not going to make money on all the people around here. So you definitely want to make sure that it stays pretty balanced, right? That all 3 of your teams are growing, that they're all out there working and stuff. Don't just count on, oh look, I've got one power leg, like we like to call it, right? With thousands of people on it, so I'm going to get rich, right? Well, no, because what's going to happen is eventually it's going to just keep going down, and you're going to get cut off. Right? It's going to get so deep that dynamic compression stops working, and so now you're like, oh, well, I've got 10,000 people on my team. How come I'm not making $20,000? Well, because most likely you got cut off. You need to go wide. You need to build it out. Make sure that there's growth happening on all 3 legs. Right? That's why I said don't put your grandma in there. Right? Put your business partners in there. Right? That way, your 3 business partners will want to go, and they'll get their 3 and they'll teach the same thing, and then you'll actually have strong people out there building. They're getting their 3 and their 3 and their 3, and then you'll have a pretty even, balanced team on all 3 of your tier, or all 3 of your teams, and you won't have just a runaway leg where it confuses you. Okay, so just another tidbit there. All right, so real quick to end, because I know we're getting short on time. I'm going to go over this real quick again to help people understand how easy it really can be to get to $10,000 a month with rNetwork. So week number one, you're going to go out, you're going to get your Power 3 bonus. You're going to sign up your 3 people in 7 days. You're going to get your Power Up bonus. You're going to get $2 per membership. So you're going to be making your 75 plus 50 plus 6 to 131. You've now made your $75 startup cost back. You now have $50 to pay for your next month. Plus you're now in profit, $6. Okay, perfect. All right. Now, week two, right? You're not going to stop. You personally are going to go and get another 3, right? Because why not? Why not go get another 3? Let's just do this, okay? And then, of course, your original 3 that you got, you're going to duplicate. They're going to get 12. So there you go. You're now at $149 for the month, with your Power 3 bonus and all that. Okay, so it's starting to grow, starting to be awesome. All right, so next thing happens, week 3, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go get 3 more. Why not? Right? Let's do it. Let's go get 3. Let's talk to people. Find business partners that would be interested in getting a residual income, getting a plan B, a side gig, whatever you want to call it. Right? This is for them. Just do it. Talk to people. If you follow the trainings that we've been given, if you talk to 8 people a day, 4 of them will want to hear more. Of those 4, 2 will probably say, yeah, okay, let's do this. And 1 will sign up as a fan and 1 will sign up as a charter member, right? So, so if you're talking to 8 people a day, then it should be very easy to sign up at least 1 person per day. So you have 7 days to go find 3. That should be no problem, right? So if you took weekends off and just did it during the week, okay, you should be able to sign up 5 people per day. Easy. All right. So there we go. So another 3 for week 3. With everybody duplicating, doing that same thing, you got 48. That's $257 for the month. And this is all based on the $2 per person. That's it. Okay. We're not talking about stacking commissions here. We're just talking about just the $2 per person minimum. Right. And then same thing, week 4, you went and got 1 more person. So you have your 10. You are now Power 10 qualified and you're good to go. Your people are doing the same thing. They're going out and getting their 3. So guess what? It's going to duplicate and it's going to turn into 164. So at the end of the month, you've now made $585. You're now at a $510 residual income based on just the $2. Now, if we stack the commissions, right, what did we see? We saw numbers that were pretty high, right? We saw Anna was worth $12. So that's like 5 times as much, 6 times as much. Okay. Now maybe 12 is high, right? So, but what if we just said 3? Okay. What if we had an average of $3 per person? Okay. And no, let's do double. Let's make it easy. So let's go 4. So let's say it was an average of $4, just to make it easy. Okay, so double, right? So $4 instead of just 2 for every single person on average, right? Some might just be 2, but some might be 8, 9, 10, 12, whatever. But let's just super conservative average on the stacking commission side of things, $4. Okay, so double what we're seeing here. So guess what? In just 4 weeks, you got your 3, you help them get their 3, so on, it all duplicated. With stacking commissions, that now becomes what? $1,000. Yes, an extra $1,000 a month just because you went out and got your 10 and helped it duplicate. Okay, in 1 month, that's all it took you. 1 month to start earning an extra $1,000 a month. Okay, what about week 5 now? Right, you got your 10, so now you're just helping your people duplicate. It goes out week 5. Now 578 new people come in, and guess what? $1,702. Or if we doubled it and it was $4 average because of stacking commissions, guess what? Yeah, that's $3,500 basically, right? Wow, that's full-time income for a lot of people in just 5 weeks. Okay, week 6 keeps duplicating, right? Keep teaching it. 1,632 people. You're now at almost $5,000 a month residually occurring income, or almost $10,000 a month if you stack commission. Holy cow. Okay, and then by week 7, right, here we go. Week 7, you've added another 5,576 people on your team, duplication model, and it's now $16,000 monthly residual income based on just the $2, or $32,000 a month if we stack commissions. Okay, so just ask yourself, would that be worth going out and just going crazy to go find your 3 and go find another 3 and go find another 3 based on not sales, based on people just saving money and wanting to have a side gig, wanting to have a backup plan, wanting to have something that can bless their lives forever based on real legitimate products and services from companies like Sprint and Nike and Overstock.com and some of these others, right? Real legit stuff, real legit products, real legit services based on a very simple, just $50 a month subscription where you actually can earn more than that by just having 3 people on your team. You see how powerful this is? You see how amazing this all is? Yes. And we are in over 30 countries. You can find people all over the place that want to change their lives based on this. Now, it does take talking. It does take sharing. It does take doing work, right? There's no guarantees. This is not just a set it and forget it kind of thing. You do have to do the work. You do have to go talk to people. You do have to share people, with people. We've got plenty of tools to do it, though. We've got the videos. We've got, the PDF documents. We've got all the different things that you need. All it takes is just creating your list, finding out who it is you know, reaching out to them, seeing if they're open, if they're a visionary, seeing if they're, and who really wouldn't be open to earning some extra money, right? When it really comes down to it, everybody wants to earn some extra money, even as wealthy as they are. They all are looking for a way to make some extra money. So it's not a question of, if somebody wants to earn some extra money, it's just a question of how can we get this in front of them and really have them understand it. Because once they really understand it, then it becomes a no-brainer. Then it becomes something that they absolutely will want to do, right? Because they can see that it's not based on having to sell anything. It's not based on having to be sneaky about anything. It's just as simple as a $50 a month subscription with awesome products and benefits, with name brand things, and they can be in profit in 7 days, right? And once they understand that concept, which I admit sometimes takes some time to do, then wow, but the potential is absolutely amazing. I mean, think about everything that's happening. The company going public, the company bringing on a bank, partnering with a bank, a well-known bank that everybody will know, and be able to share revenue with a bank, and be able to share revenue with so many different types of products and categories that we're going to bring on board, and it's just going to be absolutely amazing. And so if you look at this, you just go, this is the bare minimum I'm going to make. And then on top of that, if I stack commissions on all these cool products and services, wow. So yeah, it might take talking to 8 people a day to get it, down to 1 that actually signs up. Okay. But hey, let's just be super conservative about all of this. What if instead of weeks, we turn this into months? Okay. What if you only could do, where you talk to 8 people a month, right? And out of those 8, 1 of them signed up, and it took you 7 months to do this instead of just 7 weeks. Wouldn't it be worth it? Wouldn't it be worth it to be able to earn an extra $16,000 a month in 7 months from now? What would you do? What would you do if you say, hey, you know what? I got a way for you to actually make an extra $16,000 a month 7 months from now. But you gotta, here's what you gotta do. I'm going to show you how to do it. How many people, if it was a guarantee, would do it? And so obviously there's no real guarantee. We can't promise you. But if you follow the steps, if you just use the tools, if you participate, if you come to the meetings, if you do what we all teach that we're supposed to do, this is very real. This is something that anybody can actually do. So thanks for joining me today. Sorry it went a little bit long, but it's important to understand our comp plan, how it works, and all the intricate details. If you still have more questions, please get back to me or whoever invited you to watch this, and we'll try and get the answers for you. But that's the basics of it. That's the nuts and bolts. That was getting under the hood today, and to really try and understand. Obviously, there's still so much more, and there's more to come. There's going to be some really cool enhancements to the comp plan as new products and services come out that they're going to introduce to us. There's going to be some higher ranks that we can get besides Power3 and Power10 that will include other really cool bonuses and incentives. So this is just the basics, guys. This is the beginning, and it's going to get so much better. So thanks for joining me today. Appreciate it, and wish you the best of success in all you do. Have a great day.